YouTube, welcome. Against the spread here, back with some above average, mediocre content for you guys. Coming live to you. NFL season is now back. And what we are going to do is we are going to go against the spread. And what we're going to do is have each of us have three picks each. And one of those picks are going to be our lock pick of the week. And that lock pick is going to be worth double points, where the other two picks are just going to be worth a single point. We're going to go head to head and calculate them throughout the entire season. Now, without any further ado, let's get into it. So for our week one picks here, TB4, you want to go first?
Sure. So the first pick I'm going to go over is the Tennessee at Denver Monday night game. I'm going to go with the over. The over seems pretty low. It's at 41. I'm watching the line. It's went from 41 and a half to 41. People are just, going on the under on that game. They're riding it. But I have this feeling that, Lock's going to come out. He's got some new weapons on the offense. He's going to be passing, downfield to Fant. They got some decent receivers still. They're going to be putting up some numbers. Tennessee, they're gonna be running. They're gonna be a run heavy team. I mean, they're gonna be passing. They're gonna have a little bit of offense on the passing side where they didn't have last year with Jonnu Smith, and they got some new weapons at receiving. So with Ryan Tannehill at the helm, I think that game's gonna be a 24-20 win for Tennessee going into Mile High, and it's just gonna cover that over. So look for them to cover that. I have Indy -8 against Jacksonville. Jacksonville, they recently shipped off Leonard Fournette. They've also lost their starting running back to the beard flu, so I don't think that they're going to have any sort of run game. I'm looking for Minshew to just struggle. Indianapolis is, probably middle tier, defense. I'm looking for them to get at least 2 to 3 turnovers and, win that game at least by a 10 spot. My lock pick of the week is going to be the Bears +2.5. How are they going to give the Bears +2.5 the first week of the season? They're ranked number 6 on the defense. Khalil Mack is an absolute game breaker when it comes to the first 3 or 4 weeks of every single season he's been in. I look for the Bears to have 3 or 4 turnovers this game and win this game by a large margin.
Yeah, I also got the Bears +2.5, and just looking at the Bears defense, the Bears had a down year last year, but they're still a top defense. I see them getting back up into the top 3 in the league, defensive wise. And the Lions, they're the same old team, just Matt Stafford's only getting older. They're not adding a ton of weapons around him. They added a rookie running back, but I don't think that's going to make a difference. And you're giving the Bears 2.5 points in what's going to be a close game. I'm taking the Bears every time. To follow that up, I also got Miami +6.5 going against the Patriots. Normally every other year you see the Dolphins in Foxborough and, the Patriots are winning that game by 2 touchdowns. But you know what? Tom Brady's gone. The Patriots are a completely different team without him. And Miami has gotten tremendously better. You've seen last year, the last game of the season, where Miami upset the Patriots and knocked them out of getting the first week bye. That team has gotten way better if you look at all the pickups and all the acquisitions they've gotten. So getting 6.5 points, I think Miami actually pulls the upset and wins that game outright. And then lastly, I got Buffalo -6.5 going up against the Jets, and Buffalo is at home. Buffalo is a playoff team. They're a young team. They're only getting better. They added Stephon Diggs, another weapon for Josh Allen. And I think him and Josh Allen are going to have a real good connection down the field.
And I actually have that same exact pick here, Buffalo -6.5. I mean, they also have Zach Moss and Devin Singletary. Josh Allen's just going to he just has a lot of weapons that surround him. I just don't see that the traction that the Jets are actually going to achieve here. I don't see where they put up any points against them.
It's interesting you guys both have them as your lock pick of the week. I actually really like Buffalo as well. I didn't have them in my top 3, but I probably would have them in my top 5. As we're going to do every single week, we're going to have an against the spread lock pick of the week. And it seems as the consensus is we're going to throw that as the all official against the spread lock pick of the week. What are your other 2 picks, BXR?
Yeah, so my other one was going in with the Miami game, just like NATO 7 did. I went to a different route here. I just think that New England and Miami are both going to be putting up points. Fitzmagic might be showing up. It's early in the year, so I still think that he's actually going to be fresh here. He does have some weapons behind him. Jordan Howard, Matt Breida, he does have them, and Devontae Parker, and then the new rookie receiver. Oh, well, I guess he's not rookie. His second year, Preston Williams.
Yeah, coming back from that ACL. Yeah,
coming back from the ACL. I still think he comes back fresh. He gets open, and they just put up some points. So, see, I was kind of hesitant. I could have went the Miami plus 6.5. I just don't know with Cam Newton what he's going to do when he comes out. The other pick I have here is Las Vegas over. So the Raiders, so the Raiders. It is a lot of points, but so a lot of teams first week, it's hard to pick there, but Vegas coming out, I just don't think that they're going to be hesitant like other teams. First play of the game is probably going to end up being some sort of flea flicker and passing it down the field, man. Derek Carr likes to throw that ball. He's a gunslinger. That guy really can heave it.
Well, there you have it. I mean, this concludes these 9 picks of the week for TV, BX, and NATO. Against the spread, lock pick of the week, again, Buffalo minus 6.5. You heard it here first. Book it.
Take it to the bank.